Time again for 8 My Chase. Before we get into the chase, let's get into a Back in Time segment brought to you by Darkside Phil, DSP. For the first time in 8 My Chase history, we'll have 2 episodes with the exact same name, as we have Tavox340, who started on 8 My Chase back on November 11th, 2016, on the 23rd episode of Season 1. Back then, he only had 50 total hours on the server, and now he has 11 times that. Big growth. This also marked the first episode since Donald Trump became president of the United States. Feels like yesterday. Back in 2016, Rate My Chases looked like literal rice grains, and now they look like a game that actually came out in the 21st century. Technology really does evolve. These days, Tavox340 is still a very successful and reckless Infernus driver in San Fierro, as he kinda was back then, but some things never change from 27 months ago to now. I still don't know if it's pronounced Tavox340 or Tavo340, and DSP still begs for money. Let's get to the chase. Alright, time for a chase. We see Warrant going into Crazy Bob's farm, and that is Tavox340 who robbed the Jizzies, but Propulpat comes in with a death-defying ram on Tavox340, and he hits him again as Propulpat's having trouble controlling the LBPD car, his patented car. Asimo is behind us here as we drop down from the hill. Tavox is fine. Propulpat's fine, but he goes back on his wheels, trying to control his car here as Tavox340 will do a stunt and get onto the freeway, which Propulpat or Asimo will try. No, Propulpat tried it. He failed it, I believe, as he says, "LOL, I suck" in chat. Well, can't really thwart the Infernus cheese, that's for sure. First time in 2.25 years that we see Tavox340 narrate my chase. That chase lasted about a minute and a half, as we see Catherine come in a cheetah here, going towards the bank as she'll turn her NOS on. Tavox trying to zone her out, and moves her to the left as Mungos comes in an FCR here, as Tavox will hit Catherine into the Zombo tech, but not very violently, as Mungos comes up and takes some consistent shots with that FCR, as Tavox will try to get out of the way. He turns his NOS on and goes by a Warrant called the Hawk YT, I believe his name is. And Tavox will hope to distract both cops as he glides. Look at that glide onto the Gant Bridge. Now going northbound, we do see a glimpse of Catherine's cheetah, though we don't see Mungos, as Tavox will merely back into the gas tanks in El Quebrados to fix his car. Catherine comes up to take some shots. Tavox's car is on fire, but he gets it fixed. And Catherine got Tavox's car down to 1125 vehicle health here, as Catherine will try to find some way to get ahead as her hood goes into the air. Tavox knocks to the left, but Catherine will spin Tavox out, but won't get any avenue to shoot. She gets out of the car and takes 2 sawn-off shots in the direction of Tavox340, as he'll get some separation here as Tavox falls down in the verdant meadows. Infernuses are really tough to chase unless you get the drop on them. Even if you are in an Infernus, it is really difficult to get a car like this, as Tavox will fix his car at the Zoomer, as Catherine is too late to get to the area here, as Tavox will go over that ramp or dune. Tried to bait Catherine into it, but she does not take the bait, as we see a cop in the air. It is Agent M in his 4th straight episode, I believe, if I'm not wrong. At least 3. As Tavox will turn around because of Agent M, as Catherine gets closer in on the chase again. Tavox turns right, going eastbound into Redson's west, as Agent M will dip down and take some consistent shots into Tavox340 as he hits something and goes up north. Catherine tries to take some shots as Agent M will crash into the Bandits Stadium logo, and he'll try to fix that rustler as he hands it off to Catherine. Here as Tavox hits another wall, and Catherine comes back up, but Tavox recovers just in time. Now going eastbound, Catherine gets ahead of Tavox, but can't capitalize. Tavox able to time that right to get back in front of her, as now we will go into near the bank here. Catherine turns Nos on again, but Tavox again denying her as he keeps on going toward the V-Rock Hotel. Tavox nearly spins out, but he rubber bands it correctly as Catherine hits Tavox, gets out of her car and takes another set of sawn-off shots to try to get at least some damage on Tavox, which I guess is a good idea, considering that you're not going to get much shots or damage on a car that's 20 miles per hour faster. I don't know what that is in Borat units. Tavox now in Los Santos, downtown Los Santos, as he goes on the freeway. He goes up, he hits that thing. His car is on fire. We accidentally hit him and caused his death. At this point, I wonder, did he die out of range of cops? And at this point, I don't know if he did. And if he did, this chase would still be alive, which it's not. As Agent and Catherine see the wreckage spots, and that ends the chase. And now it's time to rate that chase. I'll tell you, if this chase came around in Season 1, back around Tavox340's first chase, this would get an extravagant grade, but the series has really evolved since then. His first chase back in Season 1 got a D+. This got a C-. If this came in Season 1, I'd probably give it a B+, possibly. But that's the adjusted grades. Anyway, not a lot of action density in this one, though it is tough to do that when the Warrington and Infernus, and the only cop that gave damage throughout the course of the chase was Purple Pat at the start, then Mungos at 20 seconds, then Catherine for most of it, then Agent M for a bit of time, so it was very staggered in where we got some damage, but that's really all you can do to chip away at Infernus. Purple Pat got a huge hit at the start of the chase, but he could not follow that up for the rest of it, but he did his part, as Mungos gets a D+, Purple Pat got a C as well. Mungos got some shots in downtown San Fierro, but he was distracted by the stretch warrant. Catherine was the most consistent cop in the chase. She gets a B, and she got damage on Tavox340 every so often and kept the pressure on with Agent M, who gets a C. He got some damage off. Tavox responded to that by crashing into random things in Los Venturas, and then he couldn't control his car in Los Santos and blew up, and we caused his death. So, nice job by all four cops. They all got some damage off on that. It's pretty rare to see all graded cops do his damage. So that will do it for Tavox340. We'll get to the next Rate My Chase next time. Nice chase.